Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business this Saturday morning, where we are some 194 days, 10 hours, 47 minutes away from kickoff of the 2018 season. And I got to tell you, I'm excited as can be. This week, look for a lot of things to start picking up as we talk about today on this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things will happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. Now, this past week has been a little bit on the quiet side. We've heard, of course, that the Cowboys are working on DeMarcus Lawrence's contract and things, that they want to get it done before that March 6th deadline to get that franchise tag out there. And we'll see what happens. Jerry Jones has been not really outright talking about the contract negotiations, and you wouldn't expect him to be. He's also talked about safety being talked about inside, of course, the bunker that is the Star. We know there's been a flirtation with Earl Thomas for a long time. We know that there's a rift between Collins and the New York Giants, and he may become a free agent. If they do not tag him, he'll be on the market. So looking at that, those are the two big name safeties that are out there, but we'll also look at some of the other safeties that are going to be out there as well. They could decide that, okay, Earl Thomas is too much. Who can we get? Can we get a Grover Quinn, who was just released by the Detroit Lions? A little bit older, but a good safety, a guy that gets the ball. And typically we know what the Dallas Cowboys do in free agency now. After the Brandon Carr situation, after the Greg Hardy, they decided we're not going to bust the bank on big name free agents. And in some sense, that's part of the reason why the Dallas Cowboys have been able to get their cap in order. You look at a team like the Washington Redskins that right now have right around $20 million in cap space, that every year they're a big player. They are literally the off-season champion, where you look on paper and say, oh man, they got this guy, they got that guy, they're going to be great, but yet seem to fall on their face. You can look at the Philadelphia Eagles, who ended up signing a lot of free agents a couple of years ago. They were the exception as opposed to the rule, winning a Super Bowl, but now those bills come due, and they're $16 million over the cap, and they're going to have to do a whole lot of work to get under. And I know some of you Eagle fans, after Philly 500 and me were on here, we're talking about, oh, we just get rid of Nick Foles, man, and we got cap room. Yeah, but you got chump change. You get rid of Nick Foles, you got about $4 million. That's it. $4 million. You got a rookie class that you're going to have to sign. And if you're trying to get any free agents, if you're trying to replace anybody, you're going to have to release other players to do so. And that's where our Cowboys are. We sit there at $48 million knowing we're staring down the barrel of Dak Prescott's contract, Zeke Elliott coming up, Byron Jones, Amari Cooper, as well as DeMarcus Lawrence. So that money has to spread around. There's going to be other players that are going to be released, and look for next week to be the beginning of the explosion of a lot of stuff going on. Teams are going to, before that March 11th deadline, start jettisoning players left and right. And you'll see big name players that are going to be out on the street. And of course, everybody will say, the Cowboys should go get that guy. Just like people are saying we should go get AB. No. No. Nope. 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 No how. So catch your breath this weekend. Relax. Take care of some things around the house. But next week will be crazy. One of the things that I've talked about, and I'm actually surprised in the numbers, is, to me, tight end. When I've looked at Dak Prescott and Dak Prescott holding the ball too long, especially in the first half of the season and taking sacks, it was always like he was looking for something. He was lost. There's got to be a place I can go with this football. I don't want to give up on the play. I don't want to throw it out of bounds. I don't want to throw it to a window that's really too risky and sack. And to me, It was the outlet guy. It was the security blanket. Where the term came about, of course, was Troy Aikman to Jay Novacek. When there's a blitz coming on and nobody's open, Jay Novacek was the big target out there. You know, throw it to him. I can get rid of it. Jay Novacek's going to catch it. Boom. Oh, crap. Boom. There we go. Jason Witten was the ultimate security blanket and revolutionized the tight end position. Tony Romo's best friend. Jason Witten, with the amount of catches he had, because he was that outlet. T.O. was covered. Didn't have a running game. They're blitzing the hell out of me. Let me make a move, buy some time, and I'll find Jason Witten. The outlet pass. And you've seen how tight ends have revolutionized the game. Gronk with New England. Gronk. Without Gronk, I'm not sure that they win a couple of those Super Bowls. He's injured a lot, but he's a difference maker. He is the ultimate threat in the passing game. He's led the team in receptions a couple of times. You looked at when the Eagles played New England in the Super Bowl. Zach Ertz, Gronk were both the leaders of receptions on their team. So we looked at the Cowboys after losing Jason Witten, who basically had the curse of Witten. Nobody was ever able to get on the field with Jason Witten there. And we had tight end by committee. Now, what's interesting to me is the statistic. Blake Jarwin, Goss Swam, and Dalton Schultz combined for 65 catches on 85 targets last year for 665 yards and 4 Ts in 2018. Okay? 65 catches. So 65 receptions from your tight end is, not bad. Witten and James Hanna in 2017 combined for 69 catches on 98 targets for 673 yards and 6 TDs. In 2016, Witten and Swam and Gavin Escobar, who AAF guy now, 79 receptions for 79 receptions on 110 targets for 772 yards and 4 TDs. It didn't seem like, and that's where I looked at that, and I was kind of like, wait a minute, really? It didn't seem like that was the case, but I think a lot of that production came towards the end of the season. Goss Swam got injured, okay, then Blake Jarwin started playing more and more, and it seemed like Blake Jarwin started getting better as the season went on. If we look at the game logs, of course, he didn't get his first reception until week 3 against Seattle. His first reception until Houston, week 5. But after Goss Swam got hurt, he started playing more and more, and of course, after we got Amari Cooper, he started getting the ball a bit more, and towards the end of the season, he became a force. So the one thing that you look at with that, granted, we got 4 TDs out of the tight end. 3 of them came against the Giants. So for 15 games, we only got 1 TD out of the tight end position. We got to do better than that during the season. And here's the interesting thing that I'll put out there. The outlier and the really cool thing on this is when you think about the Giant game. The Giant game, we didn't have Zeke Elliott. He had 119 yards on 7 receptions and 3 TDs. Hopefully, that was the breakout game for him. Because if we can get that kind of production, I doubt you're going to get 7 receptions, 119 yards, 3 TDs very often. But if you can start getting more of the production out of the tight end position those last 5 games in there throughout the season, that's going to bode well for the offense. And hopefully a relationship will build between Blake Jarwin and Dak Prescott, much like you had between Witten and Tony Romo, or Jay Novacek and Troy Aikman, because you have to have that guy. That tight end position now is crucial in your passing game. And it's one of those ones that we really have to examine and decide, is Blake Jarwin the guy? Or do we look at a free agent help? Or do we look at the draft to possibly bring in somebody else as well? I still, personally, would have liked to have seen, yeah, we'll talk about that another day. But right now, we'll just talk about my man here. But I think they've got some wasted talent that was in the doghouse, and we'll go on that on another video. But in the meantime, I got to go look at that kitchen that I was at the other day, get exactly what the people want to do with it besides blow it up, and start building the cabinets on that one. So I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, tomorrow, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, we will be at Lucky Sports Bar and Grill on Manchester Lakes Boulevard with the shirt that we're going to start autographing, and we're going to send it out on Monday to my friend Deidre Walton, who's in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and then it's going to go from there to Miss Jackie and so on. So we'll work and try and get as many people to be able to sign the shirt as possible, and I think it's going to be real fun. But as always, got a new piece of equipment coming tonight. Can't wait to use it. And I'll see you guys soon.